So, this is going to be the last Kickflip vlog. Now, I know in the last vlog posting that I did for the movie Kickflip, I said that in the next episodes or whatever that I was going to do a whole bunch of other stuff or some other things that I had planned, whatever it was. I can't even remember right now. And, you know, let's be honest, with the entire series of these vlogs, you know, they haven't been that consistent. And it hasn't been as, you know, in-depth a process as it is. But I do intend to talk more about how I made the movie and stuff. But this episode is actually the last of these types of vlogs for the movie Kickflip. Reason being, in very nutshellly kind of ways, that I want to start doing more regular vlogs just on my YouTube channel, just for things in general and the stuff that I do, Kickflip being one of them. And I don't know, I guess somewhere along the way with this vlog, it kind of meandered off and didn't really capture what I was hoping it would. I don't know. I actually haven't rewatched them in a long time. Maybe I will, and see what I said, especially at the very beginning. And, you know, let's be frank, the fact that COVID happened really put things in a ringer for the movie. But I would also have to be honest, and I think I mentioned in the last vlog, you know, that things weren't looking like it was going to get a release, at least traditionally, before the pandemic was even happening. Shit, now I'm not even sure if I said that before or not, but yeah, if I haven't, I say it now. You know, at the time when we had finished the movie and we were sending it around, my main aim was actually for festivals. I really wanted to, you know, make a low-budget indie film like I used to, and something personal and something honest, and tell a story that I really wanted to tell in the way that I wanted to tell it. And secondly, I also wanted to try and, you know, hit the film festivals, because as much as people who like to introduce me at certain events or articles or whatever, you know, it does gloss things up when you say like, oh, award-winning film director Carol M. Baha, you know, and I've won a few that I won't deny, but it really feels like a flat-out lie saying award-winning filmmaker, because it suggests that you have at least more than 3. I'm not sure if I have more than 3. There's 2 that I can definitely account for. I'm not sure about the third, to know. You know, and I'm very proud of those awards and stuff, but like within my peers, you could find many more successful filmmakers, either on paper or actually successful, you know. I've never really done the full international film festival run with a film. Like the closest I think was with 15 Malaysia, and that is a short film together with a whole bunch of other short films, 15 short films. You know, I'd never been able to really bring one of my indie films around to different festivals. And I really thought that I could with this one, you know. And yes, obviously COVID played a big part in that not happening. But even before that, most of the festivals that we were applying to, you know, we were getting the rejection letters over and over again. And then some of the places where it really looked like maybe we could, those festivals unfortunately have not started back since the pandemic, so I don't know if they'll ever happen. we got to play the KK International Film Fest, but that was during COVID as well. That was online. Like, we really thought there'd be more. And as far as any type of release, theatrically, I already knew that no cinema chain would want to pick up Kickflip. I don't know if any distributors would have picked it up, but in the past with my indie films, I've gone straight to the cinemas, and like I knew like straight away, like there's no way they're gonna take a black and white movie from me about the subject matter that it was. Even even spoken to some people, and I could already see the change in their expression the second I say it's in black and white. And in terms of streaming, before Mubi, we actually did go to approach, some other streaming services, some of them that you would know quite well. And, they'd be nice. Like one in particular, one very well-known streaming service was very kind in saying like they really liked the movie, and the person himself was saying personally that it actually, hits home for him, but it's not what they're looking for this region at this time. So, it is what it is. But I am also really glad that during the pandemic, a part of me went, you know what? We don't know how long this thing is going to go on for. So let's just try and figure out a way to get it out there somewhere, somehow. My last resort was actually just to put it on my YouTube channel. And who knows, I probably might do that at some point. But yeah, thankfully Mubi came in and Kinidia came in, and I'm really glad it did, because I may not look it right now because it's 3 in the morning on my birthday, in lockdown, in a full lockdown, so that's fun. 41 years old. Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah. Shit, where the fuck was I? I am tired. Yeah, there we go. No, I am really glad that we approached Mubi, who have been wonderful. Like, they really helped with promoting the movie when they were releasing it, and for picking up my other film, Chua, which I did with 4 other filmmakers. And then my friend Justin creating Kinidia, and then there was another platform to be able to put it on. Because Mubi, the film isn't available internationally, it's just Mubi Malaysia, at least in Kinidia. Even though there might be a few issues when trying to log into it, technically you should be able to watch Kickflip from outside Malaysia on that site. And if there's any problems, just message the website, because it's a friend of mine. They'll figure it out and make sure that you can watch it. And the reason I say I'm glad that, I put them on these streaming sites is because I got to see how an actual audience would react to the film. Well, I didn't get to see it because I didn't get to be in the cinema, because it wasn't in a cinema, but people were streaming it, and there was this fortuitous time where in that year when the pandemic broke, only, I think, like a very small number, like a handful of movies came out in Malaysia. The other one being Roh, that I can really remember off the top of my head. Like, Roh was like the movie of the year for 2020, and then there was a few others in Kickflip. And, thankfully because of that, I guess it wasn't competing with all the other mainstream Malaysian films, and it wasn't really competing with mainstream films in general, because even in Hollywood, there wasn't really, no one was still trying to figure out how to release stuff, There was Tenet, and I think Tenet and Bloodshot, and, I don't know if that worked out. But yeah, like being able to get the movie out there and see what an audience thought about it, well, at least read what an audience thought about it, like that was great, actually, because first off, like, there was an extreme sense of validation, because it was very overwhelmingly positive. So far, I think I found So far, I think I've only found one bad review, like a negative review for the movie. But I also know that dude in his YouTube channel has never reviewed any of my movies favorably. Although this time it was nice. He actually apologized to me at the beginning of the video. Shit, you know I'm watching? Fuck. But yeah, like it was the response. The response was overwhelmingly positive. I was very surprised, you know. And like Zaflog, Goggler, Juice. Those are all top of my head. Harian Metro gave me a good review. That was cool. You know, and a whole bunch of other podcasts and places and websites and blogs. And the what do you call it? The comment section at Movie, like the reviews on the Movie website, I was really, really surprised as well, you know. And it was really interesting to be able to see that, I don't know, like a lot of my indie films, basically all my past indie films, you know, have been categorized within a certain, I don't know, not subgenre, but like they're categorized as like, yeah, this is urban, KL, westernized, specifically that point of view, you know, like a lot of times when they say it's like, oh, it's a very TTDI movie or a Damansara movie or something like that, or a Bangsa movie, which those in KL would understand, and those outside of Malaysia would be like, what's he talking about? If you were in LA, it'd be like saying, oh, it's such a valley movie, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, like a lot of the times, like the movies I've done in the past that were much more personal indie films, you know, they were categorized like that is that, you know, it wasn't for mass. It wasn't for, you know, local Malay speaking audiences. And, you know, you hear that enough times that you just kind of, you know, not just that, you hear that enough times from studios and producers and television heads basically saying that, oh no, this is not for, you know, the regular Malaysian. And surprising, like a huge overwhelming response, like more than I expected, you know, of that demographic really digging the movie. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of it has to do with Zaflog's review of the movie, which was awesome. Thank you, Zaf. But yeah, like I felt that the themes were universal. I didn't think that it would actually resonate. So that was really, really cool. Like it actually pumped me up in a very strong way at the beginning of this year. End of last year, beginning of this year. To do more things, to, you know, do more personal things, do more of my own stuff. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. You know, like, it's weird. Like, you think about people who make stuff, and yeah, we all want to get paid. And yes, even if you don't say it, a lot of us want to become famous. But I guess when you're saying famous, some people want to become famous and some people just want to be acknowledged and validated. Like, did this idea work? Do people like it? Do other people dig it as well? Or have I just wasted my time? And when you've been working within the industry for a long time, and especially when you're, you know, trying to break into a mainstream market, there's so many people telling you like, oh no, that doesn't work. Oh no, that doesn't fit. Oh no, you don't fit in with this. Oh no, that doesn't work with the market that we're aiming for. You tend to start believing it. So it was really validating and really heartfelt, you know, to see all those positive comments and reviews about the movie. Like, trying to find that silver lining during the pandemic, during COVID. Honestly, I don't know if the movie would have been seen by people last year if it wasn't for COVID. You know? Which is a weird thing to say, but like everyone was at home. Everyone was at home trying to figure out stuff to distract yourself from what is obviously a shitty time outside. And so the movie got to be discovered. And, I say all that and it makes it sound like it's a big thing. No, I mean, it's a big thing to me, from a worldwide perspective or even from a local industry perspective. It's a tiny number compared to what they're usually playing with. And internationally, I don't even know if that many people have watched it overseas on Kinedia. I honestly have no idea. But to the people that did watch it, and liked it, like that's the thing, like it wasn't one of those, oh, it's all right. It's those that liked it seemed to really, really like it. And when you make something like that's the validation, that's the thing that really gets you going. The fact that you weren't wrong. Like, yeah, other people might want to watch this too. Other people might feel this as well. Other people might react to this the way that you see it in your head. And then sometimes they might go off in places that you have no idea that you would, even think of. So to everyone who watched the movie and enjoyed it, thank you. Even if you didn't pass the word on or tell anyone, if you just sat home and enjoyed it, that's great, thank you. You know what I mean? At the same time, it's kind of bittersweet because we didn't get to do what we set out to do. We didn't manage to get it into any international film festivals, and in the way that you usually would with a film, And I don't know, I don't know if it'll ever come out in the cinemas here. I had plans to show it in a theater here. I've had those plans since beginning of this year, end of last year. But with lockdown, no lockdown, lockdown, no lockdown, can go out, can't go out, it's just became impossible. I actually was really, really hoping and planning, because of the way that, COVID was going, it seemed feasible that I'd be having the screening this weekend, like the weekend of my birthday, which I thought would be kind of cool because I think it was the last day of pre-pro. One of the major days of pre-pro was on my birthday as well, when we were making the movie. One of the meetings where almost all HODs were there. So I thought that would have been a cool thing and a cool birthday present for me, to just screen the movie, and we had all these ideas of having a skate comp with it as well, or just setting up a mini ramp and letting people have fun and screen the film. But like I said, we're in a full lockdown here in Malaysia right now, and it's going into its third week. So I don't know. That one time that we screened it for the cast and crew was pretty awesome. It looked great on a big screen. And right now I have no idea if that's the one and only time it's going to be shown like that. I honestly have no idea. And also, full disclosure as well, like usually with my low budget indie films, because the budget's so low, I somehow usually manage to make the money back. I never turn a profit, and it's never the point of it. It's just I want to be able to cover whatever costs I put into the damn thing. This one hasn't covered the cost yet, Like, the truth about streaming is that unless you're in some major exclusive deal, it doesn't pay much, You have to do it in volume. So we'll see. I'm going to keep trying to get on some other streaming sites, and hopefully I can cover that budget. But yeah, it's weird because, like, if you think about it in a business perspective or a career perspective, it doesn't sound great. When I think about it in terms of myself as a filmmaker, making a movie that was extremely personal to me, and a mirror of my life, a snapshot of my life. To put that out there and have people react the way they did is an amazing feeling. And I wouldn't give that up. I totally wouldn't give that up, you know. Like, I can't describe, like, after the years spent before making the movie feeling like, you know, maybe that was the end of my career. And during the writing process and pre-production and making of the movie and editing the movie and shopping it around and being rejected, like, the whole time feeling like, did I fuck up? Is this a mistake? I don't think it was a mistake. Like, it really helped to show me what brings me joy, you know, in creativity, which is to tell the stories I want to tell and do the stuff that I want to do in my own way. Doesn't mean I don't want to work behind the camera for whatever ads or whatever the hell else that I usually do to make money. But, you know, making Kickflip was an incredible experience and a great feeling of a creative endeavor for me. And to have people react the way they did has, you know, not just validated me, but it fills me with an incredible sense of gratitude and, you know, thankfulness that people who watched it felt that way about it. But like I said, you know, I wanted this to be the last of the Kickflip vlogs, these black and white Kickflip vlogs. Because I do intend to also go through more of the making of the movie and my previous movies as well, and a whole bunch of different ideas. There's just stuff in my head that needs to be blurted out, you know, hence the length of this vlog. But yeah, I think it doesn't make sense to separate, like, oh, this is just for, you know, Kickflip and these are for everything else, because everything's going to overlap. And this was an interesting process, these black and white vlogs, especially when we were making the movie. That was interesting. And I know that many people watch it, you know, and not many people watch the vlogs on my YouTube channel in general, really. You know, it's mostly for the other stuff, the informational stuff. So that's fine. Like, to those that do watch these and follow them, thanks for watching, seriously. And for those that watch Kickflip, thank you so much for watching the movie as well. It's been interesting. Like, you know, you shouldn't be losing money and yet at the same time feeling an immense sense of pride. It's kind of weird. As you can tell as well, that I'm tired, sleepy. I've had insomnia for the past couple of days. So sleep has been very erratic. And yeah, oh snap, and it's 3 a.m. too. Well, it was 3 a.m., it's now 3:25. So yeah, that explains this right now. Weird, right? Like, I don't know, I don't know what else to say about this except that it has been an interesting experience. I know it may seem like I'm, you know, half-heartedly saying thank you. No, that is a genuine thanks to everyone who watched the movie. These are genuine feelings. It's just tiredness as well. But yeah, I think it's time to finish off these vlogs and carry on with the other stuff. I'm still going to be trying to promote Kickflip. I'm still going to be trying to push that thing out to other places. And who knows, maybe it will go somewhere unexpected. I have no idea. Like, if releasing the movie on Mubi and Kinidia and seeing how people react is anything to go by, I have no idea what's going to happen in the future, and neither do any of us, which is oddly comforting. But for those that have been watching these vlogs, thank you. Those who've been watching the movie, thank you. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.